Greg, what was it like shaking off some of the worries of the last couple of weeks and just getting back on the ice?
Uh, you could see the smiles underneath everybody's masks. It was just nice to face see everybody. Once we got into practice, you could tell the guys were having fun. There was great energy. Just really thankful that we get to do what we love again. And there's been a lot of people and a lot of work that has gone into allowing us to come back, and you could tell the excitement today.
What are the greatest concerns heading back to game level play as soon as this Saturday?
I don't know if there's any real concerns, to be honest. You could play it out a bunch of different ways. Our guys are hungry and eager to be back at it and thankful for the opportunity. And some other teams might be a little burnt out and been going at it for a while. It's going to be really important that we focus on ourselves and get ourselves really tight with how we want to play and what our expectations are. But, we expect to be competitive.
Next question goes to Terry Koshan. Go ahead, Terry.
Hey, Greg. Good to see you guys back. How did you handle the last few weeks, given that, this isn't something that you would have had to have dealt with as a coach previously in your career?
Yeah, the pause back in March of 2020 was a great learning experience for all of us, something we've never really been through before. And when this happened, it was a similar scenario in a sense. And that experience had prepared us to know how to handle this and take advantage of the time and manage it. So it didn't feel as foreign as people may have thought.
I get in that sense, though. Maybe back a year and a bit ago, you weren't necessarily worried about players' health as much, but was that a concern for you in the last few weeks here with anybody?
Yeah, that is a good point. It's definitely been a concern. We've been in close contact, reaching out to the players daily, making sure their well-being, first and foremost, is in a good spot. We have lots of good resources. Our organization's handled this really well. We were very thankful for a lot of people and the time and work they've put in to keep us safe and execute the protocols that were in place. But yeah, that is definitely a different dynamic. Just caring for your own and your group and making sure they're okay.
Thanks, Greg.
Next question goes to Nick Barden. Go ahead, Nick.
Hey, Greg, we just spoke to Rich Clune, and one of the messages he had for the team was to just, for the rest of the last few games here, is play hard and have fun. What is your message in these last maybe 13 games or so for the team?
A little bit of the same. Definitely. We were on a Zoom call last night as a group before we joined today to get organized with our expectations and how we want to set forth this return. And again, the message today before practice, we can have fun as long as the compete is there, the details are there, the habits are there, and we're working towards getting better every day and taking advantage of that. 2 weeks on ice hasn't been there for us, and now we have a small window here to finish the season, and every rep's going to be really important for us.
Two more. Next question goes to Patrick Williams. Go ahead, Patrick.
Coach, what do you want your players to take away from this experience? Maybe both short term and further out, as they further their careers.
With any adversity you come across in life, I think it's really important to always find the silver lining. In this scenario, some of what we felt today, just the euphoria of being on the ice again and excited and grateful for the opportunities we have to do what we love and be around the people that we love. And at the end of the day, what I find so much value in being able to do what I do for a living is the relationships you build. And part of that as a player for myself as well throughout the years, and I'm sure these guys can speak on it too, that a lot of the memories they have being part of a team sport is the relationships. So a lot of the world has gone through difficult and challenging things throughout COVID. There's a lot of things to take away from it, but for sure the most important are the people and the loved ones in your life, and to build those relationships and make them stronger.
Thank you.
And last one goes to Joshua Cook. Go ahead, Joshua.
Hey, Greg, we learned over the last few days that Jason Spezza kind of spearheaded an effort to help out some of the Marlies who have seen their salaries cut this season. What's kind of the impact of that? You know these players well, you see them. What's the impact of with some of these guys knowing that they're going to get a full paycheck this year and they have a bit more financial security?
To be honest, it's a really, really impressive thing that they're doing. And I know the players are really grateful. It really shows to the character and the culture that this organization has built or brought in. I mean, it's stories like this, the relationship part that we just talked about, the human connections. You know, there's been a lot of relationships built in the off season during training camp between players, the Leafs and the Marlies, and they care about each other regardless of where they are in their careers or how many games played. And for guys like that to step up and care for their peers within an organization, even at our level, speaks to who they are as people. Yeah, and really, really impressive.
I understand that it might not be front of mind right now, but Mikko Koivu is over on a PTO. What do you kind of like about his game from what you've seen, and what do you forecast in terms of his usage over the next few weeks?
You know, in terms of usage, it's hard to say. Like we'll get him in out of quarantine at some point here, and we'll get a look at him and get him comfortable and settled. We want to make sure we put him in a spot to succeed. But a really good player. You know, our organization values who he is as a person and as a hockey player. He has a really strong skill set, good skater, good mover of the puck, really thinks the game well. So it'll be exciting to see him in person and get to know him as well.